Hey, welcome to another episode of our Yes Golf review. We are here in La Habra, California, here in Yes Golf Studio, and also available on yesgolfshop.com. We are reviewing the new T250 irons from Titleist. And if you haven't watched our episode on T100 review, I would highly recommend you to like and subscribe so that you can also watch the T100, because there's a lot of similar technology that is going on the T100 that is also being adopted here in T250. And the first thing that you would notice is probably the look. The look on this thing is amazing. Let me show you a difference of the last year's T200 versus this year's T350. You can see that the T200, the first thing that you would notice, that there's a little bit of a cutout here in the T200, which was an improvement from last year, but it's still very plasticky. But if you think about it, the T250 right here, it's so much more muted. It's such more of a premium look. There is no cap back that's gonna be obstructing the feel and sound of it. It still features a L-shaped forged face, and it's a cast body. So a lot of people are asking if the T250 is fully forged in the head and the face. It's still forged only in the face. However, it looks like it's fully forged, and they're able to do that with this feel. It is also a little bit more of a muted satin finish. As you can see, the T200 on the right from last year is more of a glare finish, and the T250 is a lot more muted. And the big thing to call out here is that the Titleist is making this year's whole lineup to be more accessible for combo irons. I've said this in the last video, but 80% of the PGA Tour players are using some sort of combo sets in their irons, whether it's just 3-iron or 4-iron, but there are 80% of them that are using some sort of combo sets. And why should you not, right? So the T250 and T150 and T100, they're all featuring same amount of offset. And that is huge. That tells you that if you want to combo T150 with T250, it's gonna be more of a seamless transition because of the same muted finish and also the same amount of offset. And also, if you want to go T100 in the scoring irons and T250 in the longer irons, you can even do that and it will still feel very much the same. You're gonna need a little bit of a gapping adjustments there, but it's actually a very good transition as far as it looks. So let me hit some golf shots here, because it's not just in the looks that have changed, but it feels really, really strong and powerful. Wow. So you can see right off the bat, it flies really, really high. I have the green set at 160. The loft has stayed the same from last year. So it's 30.5 degrees on the 7-iron, flying angle at 63. But even though it's strengthened compared to the T150 or T100, it flies really, really high because amount of tungsten. So let me show you right over here. If you look, Titleist has been so helpful to our shop that they've given me a cutout so that we can show you this. And you can see right here, this is what T250 actually looks like inside. And there's the L face, cup face, that is forged right there. And look at this amount of tungsten, wow. It is a lot of tungsten in the play right here. So if you take a look at it right here, the tungsten weights go in like this, in the far extreme position towards the toe, heel right here. And let me show you this here in the weights. It's about 153 grams. And then if you put these weights, it's 111 grams. So almost half of the weight of the head is the tungsten in the extreme position of the toe and heel. That allows for your sweet spot to expand. So if you hit low on the face, it gives you a little more launch. If you hit on the toe part of it, it stays more straight. Same thing with the heel strike. So they've had it in the last year's version, the T200, but they were able to increase it even more to give you a little bit more forgiveness, maximum just precision off your miss hits. So thank you again, Titleist, for helping us to feature this in the videos. And let's go ahead and hit another one in the T250. Good shot there. Again, that one was actually hit a little on the heel side. Okay, that one was hit way in the toe. I know it doesn't look like it, but that was hit way in the toe. Let me show you right here real quick. You see that? How much toe strike that was? And yet still on 160 yards out, we're on the green. So that's a really good, and if you see right here from good shots to bad shot, they're about the same where it landed. Obviously it drew a little bit more because it was struck in the toe, but that's very acceptable for me. Wow, that was really well struck. And because the amount of offset has decreased from last year's, I see that ball going a little bit more straight. The previous year's T200, for me, it drew a little bit more than I wanted, but T250 is actually staying a little bit more straight on line because the amount of offset has decreased. And I think that's a good thing because a lot of players who wants to hit T250 type of clubs is someone who wants a little bit more distance, wants a very premium feel like Titleist offers, and yet they want to hit their shots in the intended target line. They don't want to see a ton of offset in their irons, and I think T250 nails that need right there. And let me show you again, another difference is at address. So if you take a look at it, more muted finish, as I mentioned, and the top line actually is a little bit thinner in the T250. So that's really good. If you look at the sole, it's actually a little bit thinner in the heel. There's a little bit more relief here in the trailing edge. And so the sole has gotten a little bit thinner, top line a little bit thinner as well. But also, again, it features a forgiveness really, really well, and also consistency across face. Yeah, it launches. It goes, I don't know if you can feel the sound in the video very well, but it's definitely louder than the T100 and T150. But it's the way it's supposed to be. It's a hollow body iron with an L-cup forged face, and that's gonna give you the performance, and the tungsten is gonna give you the forgiveness. And I would really recommend going combo with this. So if you are beginner, maybe you can combo it with T350. You can get the T250 from the scoring irons and down, and get the longer irons in the T350 so that you can even get more forgiveness in the longer irons. Or you can do T250 in the longer irons and T150 or T100 in the scoring irons. And here in La Habra, Yes Golf, we can give you a little bit more of a consistent gapping, or you can go to yesgolfshop.com, and we're actually gonna feature a combo set there, so you can easily pick out what numbers you want in the combo sets, and you can easily order it there. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe so we can continue to showcase some of the best irons that are in the market right now. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.